Thank you, Julie. Thank you. I say, have you watched the Wednesday play recently on television? Talk about being permissive. Watch some of the stuff they're putting on there, you need to be strapped in. Mind you, I can understand them not wanting censorship, but be fair, you must draw the line somewhere. Now, it's only a suggestion, but I think I've got an idea. And it came to me while I was watching a football match. You see, if there's any offence on the field, you always hear this. And that's your answer. All they've got to do is to give Lord Hill one of these and let him referee the television programmes for us. And if there's any bad language or anything else he doesn't fancy, got the idea? You can imagine the result when you switch on next Wednesday night.
Well, how are we going to break it to him, Lydia? Let me tell him? Nothing would give me more pleasure than to wipe the smile off his face. Especially after the way he's treated you. You said yourself he's been an absolute... Besides, I'm not ashamed to have that with you. We love each other, and that's what makes it all clean and perfect and rather beautiful, lying on top of the... with no... being able to feel your... knowing you'll always... Yes, let me tell him that, dear. And if he so much as... with it... or with it... I'll knock it... But mind you, some of the plays they're putting on in the theatres at the moment leave nothing to the imagination. Sky's the limit now. Sex, nudity, you name it, they'll stage it. And they're always packed out, you can't get a seat. But have you noticed, if you meet somebody who's been lucky enough to go and see it, they never want to admit they've enjoyed it. How many times have you heard this? Disgusting, absolutely disgusting. Well, I nearly get him out. There's two of them in bed, see? And you're saying to yourself, well, he must have his underpants on at least. Well, I won't try to describe the antics they get up to under the sheets. I mean, John and Yoki in a paper bag, that's kid stuff. Suddenly the phone rings, he gets out of bed to answer it. Not a stitch on. Well, my wife didn't know where to look, and I didn't... and I didn't like to tell her. He walks over, picks the phone up, faces the audience, no betting. And I mean, I didn't want to say anything to her, but it was obvious he'd been picked for his acting. Anyway, he's got the phone in his hand. He just says, hello, hang on. He turns to the bird in bed and he says, it's for you. I thought they'd have dropped the curtain. Not on your life. Not on your... She has to get up. And there's no pretense of putting anything round her. She takes the phone and he's standing there. I thought, he's not going to light a cigarette, sure. Know me, he starts nibbling her ear. And bear in mind, this is the beginning of Act 1. Absolutely disgusting. Anyway, as I say, they got back in bed, then the husband came in and disturbed them. Made them put the clothes on, and
you know, from then on, it was the biggest load of rubbish you've ever seen in your life.
So ends this week's Our Read Expo, and our hopes that you'll join me next week for another look at life with the lid off in the company of Julie Rogers, together with Max Harris and his amazing bouncing band. This program, which was devised by Al Reed, was written by Ronnie Taylor and produced by John Brown.
Al Reed, who is now appearing in the Al Reed Show at the Central Pier at Blackpool, will have as his subject next week the traffic problem.